Yo, what's going on, gambling YouTube and my fellow degens? It is I, the Gale, back at it again with another Prizepicks NBA first look video. All right, so let's start off by looking at yesterday's action. So, yeah, I mean, we did all right. We could have did better, but so as you can see, Sabonis did not play. Josh Giddey covered barely with his fantasy points. He did not cover his PRA, so sometimes playing the fantasy over the PRA pays as long as they get blocks and steals, right? So TJ McConnell, he should have been a sure shot, but of course the one time I go heavy on him, he fails. That it is what it is. Christian Wood covered with ease. Kessler Walker covered 5 points above his PRA, so that's cool. We hit a four. Actually, this was a 6 pick, but Sabonis didn't play, so who knows if he would have covered or not. This would have been $500 instead of $200, but we'll take the $200. Everybody covered. Jalen Williams, Jokic. Shout out to Joker. He's come through 2 days in a row now, 2 slates in a row. Giddey came through with his fantasy points again. I'm glad I played his fantasy over PRA. Şengün definitely came through. Centers versus Charlotte. That's always going to be a play as long as the center is halfway decent. My man's Luka actually failed us, man. He decided to be human yesterday, so Luka did not come through for the first time in a minute. It is what it is. What can you do? Like I said, look at Josh Giddey, man. 33.0. 33.0. His PRA is 33.5, man. A lot of times we're betting on coin tosses. Like, what can you do? Is it heads or tails? Is it gonna be heads or tails? Like, it's really like a foul call away or a you know what I'm saying? Like a rebound. What can you do, right? You just play the right player and hope you pick the less or the, you know what I'm saying? What can you do? Jokic got 11 point. Anyway, Jokic didn't even hit his rebounds. I don't know why I played his rebounds. Should have just played his fantasy score, but it wouldn't have hit anyway. But anyway, like I'm saying, man, we betting on coin tosses every day. So the best we can do is just try to play the best people and hope they go off. Like right here, Garland went off because Mitchell was ruled out. Shout out to Jokic. De'Aaron Fox went off, and then Luka failed. Of course, this would have been another 200. Man, come on, Luka, how you gonna fail me, man? Yesterday was Harden, now it's Luka. Okay, so anyway, that was a look at yesterday. Now let's look towards the future. Let's take a look at today's games. We'll look at the sports book. We're gonna go to DraftKings Sportsbook and have a look, see what the totals and spreads are, so we can figure out who we want to hone in on for Thursday's NBA slate. So we got the Bulls and Detroit Pistons. They are in Paris today. The Bulls are in Paris. Pistons in Paris, whatever you want to say. We got a 237 total, a 7-point spread. I like this game a little bit. I'm thinking Levine, Vucevic, maybe a Killian Hayes, and I think that's about it. I don't want to go to Jalen Ivey today. I like Killian Hayes though. Let's see. We got the Celtics and Warriors. That should be like a playoff type game. Of course, Tatum. I don't know if Brown is coming back today, but if he is, then maybe still Tatum. I don't like playing players off of injury. They might be on a minutes restriction, or they might get re-injured. It's risky to me to play players on their first game back, but they could go off. That's just something I feel like. So yeah, Tatum, maybe Curry if he gets his limits unrestricted, and that's all I like from this game really. We got the Raptors, Timberwolves. I'm thinking Fred VanVleet. Say that 5 times fast. And then we got Pascal Siakam, of course. And then from the Timberwolves, I'm not really on anybody. Maybe Edwards if he was playing, but yeah, just Fred VanVleet and Pascal comes to mind. We got the Nets, 1-point spread, 223 total. If Kyrie is playing, then I might go back towards him. He took a game off the last game. His team did putrid, horrible. Seth Curry, maybe. He came through in the third quarter, so like if he has a decent game, he should easily clear his stuff. I like Nick Claxton, Royce O'Neal. Man, I don't know. Royce didn't do nothing last game, really. I don't know what happened. But anyway, Kyrie, Claxton, and Seth Curry comes to mind. And then on the Phoenix side, I'm thinking Ayton, and that's about it. Maybe Mikal Bridges, maybe. But then we got the last game of the slate, 76ers versus Trailblazers, 233 total, 2-point spread. Of course, we're going back to Embiid. Harden, I don't know what Harden was on, man. He maybe went to the strip club or something the other night. But Harden can turn up any game, so we can't just cross out Harden after one bad game. So I'm thinking Harden, Joel Embiid, maybe Tobias Harris, but we don't want to be guessing with that. And then we got Lillard, of course. He went for 30 points before half in the last game, so he's viable to turn up on this one. And maybe Nurkic. So that's what I'm thinking about. So now let's go to the Line Star app and take a look at the matchups so we can have a better idea of who is in a good spot so we can further target them. The trusty dusty Line Star app. This is the Chicago game real quick. Let's take a look. So it looks like Vucevic is in a good spot, and Drummond if he gets enough time. Isaiah Stewart is in a good spot. Patrick Williams. No small forwards. Jalen Ivey is in a decent spot. Looks like Levine is in a bad spot, but it's hard to fade Levine. And then Killian Hayes is in a solid spot. So let's go to the main slate and check out the matchups. We're going to center. So yeah, it looks like Embiid and Siakam is in a good spot, which I called them out. I forgot about Robert Williams, but I do like Robert Williams' rebounds versus the Golden State Warriors. And then, let's go to power forward. Nobody really. Al Horford is personally banned for me. Okay, so Tatum is in a good spot. I called him out. Wiggins hasn't been performing like he did earlier in the season, so I'm off of Wiggins for now. Edwards is in a great spot if he's healthy and if he plays. I called out Kyrie Irving. He should be in a good spot as long as he comes to play. All right, Gary Trent has been popping off actually with the threes. So let's check it out real quick. 4 threes, 0, 2, 4. Yeah, we could probably trust Gary Trent's points. That's all he really does is score. And then we got Curry, like I called out. And D'Angelo Russell is in a great spot, but he's so wishy-washy. Like, he'll go off like every 4 games, but you don't want to be guessing which game that is with your money. So with that being said, let's go to Prizepicks and see who they have available on the docket at the moment. Okay, so they got DeRozan up, so it looks like he might be playing. I didn't check the news on that, but if DeRozan is playing, then it takes me off the Bulls because they'll be at full strength again, and you'll just be guessing like who's gonna go off. So Tatum comes to mind, so I might lock in Tatum, even though he's banned for me. I might just put him in there. We're gonna lock in Embiid because he's the second best center next to Jokic in my opinion. I'm leaving Harden alone for now. I'm not trying to get burnt. And I guess we can go Lillard, huh? I think we'll go Lillard, PRA. So we'll make this a 3 flex just to lock in something for the morning. More. And I think I decided that I'm gonna start doing flex plays because I keep missing by 1, right? Like players get injured, players get in foul trouble. I keep missing by 1. So when I make four picks, I'm gonna start doing flex plays. But since this is only a 3 pick, I'll make this a power play and see if we can hit. So this has been a first look, and hopefully we'll get more options as the day goes on, and maybe I'll make a second video. If not, thank you for watching. Good luck with your picks. If you like the video, like and subscribe to the channel, and let's cash. Peace.